Шановні друзі, триває 57-ма доба активної фази російсько-української війни.
Dear friends, the 57th day of the active phase of the Russian-Ukrainian war is ongoing. The direction of the main efforts of the enemy remains unchanged. It is from Izyum to Slovyansk and Kramatorsk, and I would like to note that during the last 24 hours, the enemy has not managed to advance in the direction of the main efforts or in the direction of Huliaipole in the Luhansk region. In the morning, Putin and Shoigu held a meeting and publicly stated that Mariupol, the first, was captured, the second, that they would not storm Azovstal because they did not want to cause trouble and casualties among the Russian troops there, who would otherwise have to fight hard on the ruins of Azovstal. Putin has shown concern for the Russian soldiers so that they would not die there. That means the following: they can't seize Azovstal physically. They realized that they suffered huge losses there. Our defenders continue to hold it. But the refusal can still be explained by the fact that they have moved some of their troops to the north in order to strengthen their forces, which are trying to fulfill the main political task to reach the administrative border of Luhansk and Donetsk regions. Let me tell you straight away, they will not be able to accomplish this, and this preliminary proclamation of victories without waiting for either Easter or the 9th of May proves that the Russians have realized the futility of their last active operation at this stage of the war. What awaits us later? Most likely, what is going to happen is a positional warfare, attempts by the Russian Federation to declare a ceasefire, to negotiate something, to create humanitarian corridors, and to accumulate forces for the next phase. But do they have those forces? Those forces are the conscripts who started to be drafted into the army from April the 1st. They will need 2, maybe 3 months to prepare them minimally, to accumulate, to take the stockpiles of weapons and military equipment from storage. We can see the quality and the tempo of it. And they will try to do something again. During this time, economic sanctions will concretely start to crack them. During this time, the Ukrainian armed forces and other defense forces will get Western weapons, and we will see who gets where and who breaks whom. I think we will break them and chase them off our land, realizing that they have an almost 1,000-kilometer section of the front from Kherson to Kharkiv to defend, and only 100,000 troops that they have here. They understand that they cannot keep this territory militarily. And this is why preparations are being made for the so-called referendum in the Kherson People's Republic, the future one, as they believe they will succeed, in order to recruit personnel into their units from among the occupied Ukrainians, residents of the occupied territories. This is an international crime. This is a violation of the Geneva Convention and a set of international laws. We know it, the world knows it, and it will add many pages to the case file on genocide. Our dear compatriots, if they are trying to take you into the Russian army, you have 3 choices. The first is to hide, as strange as it may sound. The second is to leave the territory while it is still possible. And the third, if you are drafted, join our side with weapons in hand, and you will be heroes for us, who were able to make their difficult choices in a difficult situation. We will turn together and beat the enemy. During the last 24 hours, on the territory of Donetsk and Luhansk regions, 9 enemy attacks were repelled, 1 tank, 10 units of armored and 2 units of automobile equipment, 1 artillery system, 2 units of special engineering equipment, an anti-aircraft missile complex, and an enemy's ammunition warehouse were destroyed. I would like to wish personal battle luck to all our troops who are now on the battlefield, to all those fighting, but especially to those who fulfill their task in the most complicated conditions. These are, first of all, the defenders of Mariupol, whose high professionalism is recognized by the whole world and will be studied for decades, maybe even for hundreds of years in military academies of the world. Will be an example for all the military of the world, because the heroic defense of Mariupol is the longest defense of the city in modern history. and such a professional one as well. Second, to all those fighting near Izium, Avdiivka, Marinka, those defending Rubizhne, Severodonetsk and Popasna, to all those guys and girls who are now in the hot spots fighting for Ukraine's victory in the second phase of the war, I wish everyone a good mood. We believe in the armed forces of Ukraine, we believe in the other defense forces, we trust ourselves, the military and political leadership of Ukraine. We are waiting for the next good news. Everything will be Ukraine.